Hi, I'm James the osteopath, and today I'm going to tell you why you're getting sciatica, what the very most common cause of sciatica is, and exactly what we can do to fix it. Now, just so you're aware, or just so you're clear, sciatica is pain coming down through here, down the leg, maybe even the front of the shin, because of a pinched sciatic nerve. The sciatic nerve comes out the lowest part of the lower back here, and it travels down through, and if there's impingement on that nerve, you will start to get sciatica. Sciatica is very often accompanied by back pain. So pain on the same side that you're getting the sciatica, or even just across the back. Now, the most common reason why people get sciatica is this. It is the disc bulging out and pressing on that nerve. You can see there that disc bulges out, it presses on that nerve there, and that will create that pain shooting down the leg. And you can see here with the skeleton, the discs are in between each of these bones or vertebrae, and those discs damage and bulge out, pressing on the nerve right there. So we need to make sure that you've got sciatica, that you've got a disc bulge, and that you've got pressure on the nerve going down the leg. A good way to know that that's the case is that you're getting pain, a dull ache in the lower back. It's painful maybe when you bend forwards, that increases the pressure, especially if you're going forwards and twist to the side, that increases the pressure there. If you lie on your back and do a little sit up and that increases the pressure, again, that's a good indication that you've got pressure on that nerve from that disc in there. And the best way that we can fix this is by taking as much pressure off that sciatic nerve as possible. And I'm going to show you 3 exercises today. The first one decompresses your spine, take pressure off the disc. The second one restores some good movement back into the spine, taking pressure off the disc and the nerve. And then the last one is called flossing, and flossing has the ability to get that nerve moving within that pinched area, taking pressure off the nerve. So firstly, and the most simple exercise, is decompression of the disc. Now with this, when I'm pressing on the nerve and squeezing like that, you can see the disc bulges out. If I do the opposite and decompress, it does that. So we want to further decompress the spine and take pressure off the disc so it bulges less, and then you'll get less pressure on that nerve. So do this, place your hands either side whilst you're sat in a chair, bring your hips off and let your hips simply drop or hang. It's as easy as that, and you simply hold it there for a minute and do that 5 times a day. You can even move your hips around like this, and what you'll feel is a real sort of empty tractioning decompression through this area, which is that disc being decompressed, pressure coming off the nerve. You'll probably get some very fast relief from the sciatica if you do this. Another simple way you can do it is with a kitchen table. Put your elbows on the kitchen counter and just let your hips hang off like that. So once you've done that and we've decompressed your spine, taken pressure off that nerve and off the disc, another thing that we need to be doing is we need to be restoring some proper movement back into the lower back, because what you'll often find is if you've got disc problems, back problems, sciatica, everything tightens up, the muscles tighten, and it just doesn't want to move, and that exacerbates the problems. So what I want you to do is lie on your back, and then you're going to go into this position, grab a knee, pull up and over the body here, and simply just relax off in that position. I'm getting a stretch all through here into the lower back. The more I pull around whilst keeping my shoulders flat, the more I'm moving the joints in the lowest part of the spine there. So you're going to hold for a minute that side, you're going to hold for a minute this side, and do that one 3 times every single day. A bonus exercise here to try and restore some movement back into the spine is this one. So go onto your hands and knees, push your back as high as you can, and then arch all the way down. Full range of motion here, and what that's doing is it's just moving the spine out of gravity, because of course we're horizontal with the floor, and then you're moving like that, side to side. And that's basically just trying to articulate and move the spine to try and free up the discs and the nerve and get more freedom of movement back into the area. So we've decompressed your spine, we've articulated and tried to free up those joints. The last thing to do is what we call flossing. Now flossing basically is stretching the nerve down against that pinch, so you're moving it up and down, trying to free it up. If you imagine it like this, the nerve's being pinched. We can of course take pressure off the pinch, which we're doing with the other exercises. With this exercise though, we're moving the nerve backwards and forwards to try and free up that pinched area in there. You can do it seated or lying down. If you're doing it seated, sit in a chair and then extend your leg. As you do this, you're stretching the sciatic nerve through the back down like this. And as you do that, look up and then bend your leg and look down. All the way through there and look up. And as you see, what I'm doing is I'm looking up, so I'm shortening the nerves down through here and I'm extending down through here. So the whole nervous system moves down as I do that. And as I bend the leg and look down, I'm doing the opposite and bring the nerve back up. So repetitive movements like this gets that nerve moving at that pinch point, which does take the pressure off the nerve. Another way you can do it, as I mentioned, is lying on your back. Bring the painful side up to 90 degrees and then simply just extend your leg up and down. Full range of motion like this. And again, with this flossing movement, it's a movement that you want to do regularly. So like 50 times, 60, 70 times, regularly just get that nerve moving, and you can do that multiple times throughout the day. So those are the three things that we need to do to get that pressure off the nerve and get you feeling and moving back to your best. Remember, if you are unsure exactly where that nerve's being pinched, exactly which exercise gives you the biggest bang for your buck, it doesn't matter so much because you can just do all of them and get the benefit of getting you moving along. If any of the exercises we've given you today are aggravating the problem, making things worse, then of course just don't do them and move on to the other exercises. If anything makes it worse, don't do it. If you find an exercise makes it better, double down on that one. And that's the key thing. Don't make things worse by trying to persist with an exercise that's not helping, but actually find what works, find what helps, and just double down on it and do it more and more. There's plenty more sciatica videos to help you around there or there. If you click, you'll find them. And lastly, if you would like a full body mobility program, then go to my profile page, click the link that's right there. It's a full body mobility program. It's totally free and it'll get you feeling and moving back to your very best.